Now that we've looked at creating value with watercolor, we're ready to start creating our supply of textured paper. So the first thing I need to do though is to trim down my paper into some smaller pieces. So it's not going to matter if this measures 8.5 by 11 like this paper does, or if it's 9 by 12, or even if it's a little larger. You're going to keep the short length, whatever measurement it is. So I'm keeping my 8.5 inches in this direction. And what I want to do is I want to trim this up into pieces that are 5 inches wide. So I'm going to take one of my 6 sheets of paper. And remember, I'm going to do this to all 6 sheets of paper. So I should be able to at least get 2 sheets of paper for my supply out of 1 piece of sketchbook paper or watercolor paper. Again, doesn't matter if it's larger than what mine measures. Mine measures 8.5 by 11, so I'm measuring my 11-inch side right now. I'm keeping the 8.5 inches. I'm not going to do anything to that side, but I'm going to divide up this 11 inches into as many 5-inch pieces as I can get. So obviously I'm only going to get 2 out of this sheet. So if I have a 9 by 12 sheet of paper, again, I'm only going to get 2 5-inch sections out of that 12-inch sheet of paper. So like anything else when we measure, we're going to start at the bottom with the 0 of the ruler on the left edge, and I'm going to make a mark at 5, and I'm going to make a mark at 10, because I'm going to be able to get 2 5-inch sections out of this one sheet of paper. I'm going to move to the top of my paper, once again line up the 0 on the left side, make a mark at 5, and make a mark at 10. I'm going to connect those 2 pieces, those 2 marks, and from the end of the paper to the end of the paper, I'm going to draw a line. And since I want this cut into smaller pieces, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut along that line. And any little scrap I have, I can put off to the side. So even if it's not a large piece, this is only about 1 inch left. This is still enough of a piece of paper that I could use to test out my colors before I apply them, especially if I'm color mixing or if I'm trying to create and control my values for this stage. I can keep little pieces like this to test them out to see what my ratio of pigment and water mixture equals. So I'm going to do that to my other 6 pieces of paper, and I will be right with you. Now that I have my 12 sheets of 5-inch paper by 8.5 in my case, some of yours might be a little bit bigger, but it should definitely be 5 inches in one direction. I am ready to now create my supply of textured watercolor paper. So I'm going to now set up my workspace for painting with watercolor.